too far, too much effort, and not enough daylight. Well, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to episode 7 of 53.5, an original hiking series where I climb all 50 of the 3,500 footers here in the state of Maine. Today, I am at number 4 Mountain Trail, which is not really the mountain that I'm here to do, although I do have to go up and over it to get to the mountain I'm trying to get to, which is Baker Mountain. So Baker used to not have a trail, but in the past few years, the AMC actually took the time to make a trail from the summit of number 4 Mountain to Baker. It's kind of a long haul. I'm looking at 13, 14 miles out and back, so round trip. But it is really the only way to do this mountain. So I'm only getting one checked off the list today, but it will be good to check it off. It's kind of a gloomy day right now, and I don't think that's going to really change all that much. Pretty foggy, pretty cloudy here at the base. Looking at about 35 degrees for the ambient temperature. No real wind to speak of. There's a couple inches of snow, but it's very mushy, very wet. It was actually raining when I was driving in, but thankfully there's just a sprinkle here and there now. It's not supposed to rain today according to the forecast. There was some light snow up on the mountain, but that was earlier this morning. So I'm going to hit the trail. It's only 1.8 to the summit of number 4, but it is a pretty steep climb up there. I think I'm looking at about 1,700 feet of vertical gain just to get to the top of number 4. And then I've got another 2,000 or somewhere between 1,500 2,000 to also go up to Baker. I think it kind of does some up and down stuff, which should be interesting. I'm starting off with the micro spikes, but I do have my snowshoes packed today just in case. I am anticipating the snow getting deeper as I go up, and also I highly doubt anyone has broken the trail to Baker. So I'm coming prepared today, and I'm ready to check another one off the list. So come along as I get number 18 for the Maine 3,500 footers. So here I am on top of number 4 Mountain. Quick transition, I know. Seems like I just started hiking, but I wanted to make the push up to the top of this, get that climbing done. And I kind of wanted to see like how fast I could do it if I push myself a little bit. So I made it up here in 1 hour flat, a couple miles. I tracked about 1,500 feet of elevation gain. So it was pretty much, other than the very beginning and the very end, it was pretty much just up the whole way. It stayed consistently at a pretty good incline. Like I said, at the very end, last quarter, third of a mile, it does flatten out a bit, but by that point you're almost to the top. So yeah, pretty uneventful climb. They do have some switchbacks in there, but there's also, you can kind of tell there's like an old road that just goes like straight up, road, trail, whatever you want to call it. I took a couple shortcuts to cut off some of the switchbacks, just because I could. They do have like some sort of canister here. They must have a logbook in there. But basically from here, just keep on going down the trail. I see the sign for Baker Mountain, 4.7 miles one way. So I'm going to see whether or not I want to climb to the top of this tower. I don't think I'll get much for a view, but might just check it out anyway, and then I'll continue on my way because I got a lot of miles still ahead of me. I successfully climbed the tower, and there was no view as I expected, but I did it anyway. As you can see, down to my short sleeves, because coming up I was just cranking, and it's really not that cold today, but once you start standing still, you definitely start to feel it more. And I'm not going to be doing as much climbing, I don't think, for a little bit, so just going to throw a thin layer on to keep the chill off. Once I get moving again, I will warm up more. But also, I'm probably going to switch over to the snowshoes. I'm glad I brought them because now that I'm up here, it's definitely deeper. It's not like crazy deep, but you do kind of post hole a little bit. Snow's very mushy. It's kind of mashed potato conditions, but it'll be good to have snowshoes. I think it's gonna make it a lot easier to get over there and back. Probably be doable with micro spikes, but definitely not as fun. And I can pack out a decent trail if anyone else is as crazy as me and wants to go out to Baker. That's the plan. If you are hiking number 4 mountain, just be aware that a little ways beyond the summit there is a viewpoint, a couple of viewpoints actually, and they look like they'd be good if it was a clear day. Nice little bench here, but I'll just keep continuing on the trail. And there was like one set of footprints out to this point, but beyond that it is all fresh snow. So it's kind of spitting snow right now, but nothing real significant. Over the halfway mark to Baker. It's going good so far. Definitely glad I brought the snowshoes. Would have been just miserable without them. Baker Mountain, Maine 3,500 footers, number 18. It was not easy to get up here. It went from being like, 4 inches to 6 inches, and then it was 8 inches, and then it was 10 inches. Well, coming up here, especially through the clearings, some places there was 1.5 feet of snow, no kidding. And super thankful for the snowshoes. If I had micro spikes, I would have just turned around because it would just be too far, too much effort, and not enough daylight. As it was, it took me longer than I expected, just because of the work I had to put in. But very, very excited to have reached the summit. Now, unfortunately, it is an out and back, so I have to turn around, go all the way back. But I am just so glad I got out today. It's beautiful. I wasn't expecting the snow, but it's been snowing pretty much the whole time, just lightly, and it's really pretty, and just coating everything is really nice. I wasn't able to find the canister with the summit logbook. It's, it could be on the ground, it could be covered in snow somewhere, so it's hard to say. I'm gonna keep my eye open as I walk back down, if it's maybe in a different area. This definitely is the summit area, right, with this rock here, but sometimes they're not exactly on the summit, so keep my eyes open. But I'm gonna get headed back now and see how long it takes to get back to number 4 and get back to my car. And I'm back to the summit of number 4 mountain. Took about 2 hours to get back, so it was about an hour faster than going out there. Yeah, so I'm almost done my hike. It's gonna be about what I thought, right in between 13 and 14 miles, over 3,000 feet of elevation gain. So definitely a big hike, especially considering the conditions with all the snow and having to snowshoe pretty much the whole way. Definitely got a good workout today, and really happy that I got number 18 for the 3,500 footers. Well, this is most likely going to be my last episode on the series of the year. So thank you for watching and following along on these first 7 episodes. I'm excited for the episodes that I'll bring to you next year. But thank you for watching, and until next time, stay inspired, stay creative, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.